Quick question: would y'all let Soldier Boy take y'all on a date, or would y'all choose 250 in EBT money? Y'all ain't gotta be shy. Y'all can actually answer
I
that.
want the EBT. I want the EBT.
Wow.
The
Definitely want the
fuck?
EBT. Definitely want the
Wow.
EBT. Yep. Yep. I don't want him to Superman his people on me.
Hey yo, no.
Yeah. So y'all would take 250 food stamp dollars instead of going on a date, or maybe not even a date, but taking a dinner with Soldier Boy? Really?
What's he going to teach me? What's he
Yeah,
going to teach me? He's not Jay-Z.
hold on, hold on, hold
Oh
on.
nah,
Soldier
you
Boy had
wild.
the internet lit. Don't do
Yo,
that.
the disrespect that
Forget the
comes with the
internet
Soldier
lit. He
Boy
got
name
mad
is
business
is
people.
beyond ridiculous.
Ring two.
Beyond me.
Soldier Boy is a social media guru, okay? Viral isn't a thing unless you put Soldier Boy's name attached to it. Y'all
Viral.
gonna stop disrespecting that man. This man has made revenue on top of revenue on top. Why do you think
Hello?
he barely raps anymore? Are y'all serious? That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, that's super facts,
Fuck yeah.
bro. Like that's super facts. That he has mad businesses, bro. Like that EBT.
I mean, but that has to do with his branding, though. Like, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but like, I agree. He probably does know a lot, but
Nah, when a girl says they got not trying to be funny, she trying to be funny.
Yeah, right. You're right. That's
Especially when
cap.
she look like something. When she
Yo,
look
that's
like
cap,
something,
bro.
mm,
That's cap.
not trying to be funny, my guy, but I ain't fucking with you. Nah.
But I will say his reply to all of those women saying they would choose $250, and I don't want it to seem light because I watched the whole video. That was a lot of women that said
A
no.
lot of women, Shotty. A lot of women.
So I understand his anger because that is crazy.
because he a goofball Jamal. That's what we say in Chicago. You a goofball Jamal.
I
That's what
mean, he
he.
replied like one. That that's on him though.
That's crazy.
What was his reply?
He cursed him the fuck out.
He got him out of there. Oh
Did
God.
he say y'all gonna die broke or something? That's what I said. Did he say y'all gonna die
Yo,
broke?
Drake.
yo, Soldier Boy is
Yo,
different, man.
Tioma, it reminded me about the men the rooms I be doing about the men, and they come up on stage and they come talking crazy to y'all. Like that's what it reminded me when I was watching him go crazy on the women. Yo, you got to see it. His stance, looking at the camera, like he has no poise at
Yo,
all.
he
He's
was
just like,
appalled.
That boy said, he said, yo, y'all be playing on his name a lot though. I ain't gonna lie. Soldier Boy is in not invigorating. What you call that? Innovative. He's innovative.
Oh yeah,
He's
by far, son. There is no Instagram or YouTube monetization if Soldier Boy wasn't successfully doing what he was doing. I
wake
swear
that up.
to it, son.
Nah, facts. But yo, it's just crazy because I ain't gonna lie. Like at this point, he got to know that his name carries a bunch of jokes behind it. So personally, if I'd have saw that video, I'd have probably responded like, "No funny shit." The way food prices is, I'd take the 252. Fuck it.
Right, right.
But you know what I'm saying? But his response was just nuts. Like he's going nuts.
My thing with Soldier
Yo,
Boy be like the same thing like what it is with Bow Wow. Like it's like you gotta pick a side to stay on it. You want people to respect you, but then you want to capitalize off of your viral moments. Which your viral moments be crazy, salacious, and well not so salacious, but more so like just nasty work. So you gotta pick a side to stand on it, Soldier Boy, Bow Wow, because the Bow Wow challenge was crazy. But this is brought to you in part by what they look for. They look for these moments. And then when they get it, you can't make it up. Um, Jonathan Majors, man. Creed, man. Recently, they were saying that somebody came out and said that some chick came out and said that he sexually assaulted her. And recently, I think it came out saying that he said he got the tape saying that, hey, listen, it ain't what it said it ain't what they saying that it is, and that his lawyers is man, you niggas got to be more careful, man.
She's
nah.
recanted her statements.
Yeah, definitely. That's super facts. Yeah, I was just about to say that, man. So this is setup.
Yo, so it goes all the way back to the again. I hate to be that guy, but just because somebody says something, I'm not necessarily inclined to believe what the media be pumping out there. Just because somebody said something, just because they say, the plane ran into the towers, just because they said a man landed on the moon, just because they said Michael Jackson or this one or that one died the way that they said, we shouldn't always be inclined to believe what people are pumping out there to us without doing our own due diligence, right? Right?
Yeah, but too many people watch SVU. There's so many people watching Law and Order SVU, and then they see, the powerful man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
And
they
they think,
automatically.
yeah.
Nah, forget SVU. They go to YouTube University, my nigga. Are you serious, son? Nah, B.
Can't make it up.
Man.
Oh man, shout out to Jonathan Majors, man. Hopefully that goes well for him. Shout out and shout out to everybody. Or condolences to the family, not condolences, but sending love and light to the families that got caught up in that Bronx Morrisania shooting, today. Just a lot going on, man. Just a lot going on. Y'all know we could come in on this pod and talk about those things all the time, but we be here on Mondays to uplift and have introspective conversations about holding ourselves accountable or holding them or they or the air quotes, whatever your pronoun is. Let's just watch our verbiage and try to keep the cursor to an extreme minimum, and let's get the wind beneath our feet and go out in a blaze of glory.
Presentation.
Mike. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway Podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. You heard? And if this is your first time tapping in, don't be easily threatened or angered, because much like you, every giant here first started off as a perfect stranger. We ask that everybody get the wind beneath your feet. You get what I'm saying? Go out and support our platform. If you're on Clubhouse, hit that link that's pinned to the top. Hit that link and show your social currency by hitting that like button, please. Algorithm up. You hear me? Tap in with us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are available. You get me? We are streaming live on YouTube. We are on Instagram Live. We are on Clubhouse Live. We are on Facebook Live. If you guys want to tap in with us, and leave your commentary, listen, I ain't got to read the comments. Y'all can get up here and say it for yourselves. You get what I'm saying? Get on a good foot. Shout out to my Giants on YouTube. What up, though, Terika? I see you, Queen. What up, though, Lolo? What's happening with Chyna? We got the Giants up here with us on Clubhouse. Chyna, I got DWI Music. I got Allison, put some respect on her name. She been gone for a while, but she back with the jump off. Everybody in the clue off. Shout out to my guy Remo. Man, listen, man, I'm moving around with some distinguished gentlemen. You get what I'm saying? They be moving and shaking. They be outside with it. Shout out to my guy Thotty. You know the vibes, man. Big Storm, not the little one. You get me? Only thing missing from Storm is the gray hair, because when she come outside, she control the 5 elements. Wake it up. What up, though, Storm? Who we got down there? Angel, I see you, Queen. I see you. I know what's happening with you. Whenever you step in town, the red carpet get laid out. Let's just wake it up. We got some things and topics to discuss tonight. And like every other, we're going to play some clips. But before I do that, let me introduce you guys for the first time listeners who I am. My name is Broadway the Giant. I'm an accountability coach. I make us stand in front of the hard works, which so happen stands by way of, which sometimes just be us. That's the hard work. The hardest thing in the world to do sometimes is stand in front of the man or woman in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, tonight's gonna be dope. Don't give me the easy way out, guys. Hold me to the flame. Put my foot to the flame. You get what I'm saying? And I know you guys normally do. So let's what up, Memphis? I see you, King. What up though to my Instagram giants too? Let's grab the bulls by his horns, and let's grab the bull by his horns and guard in the blaze of glory. We having a conversation. And before we get to the one that's pinned to the top, because I know a lot of you guys are here for it, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. A little bit different, but I promise you it's going to all tie in. Let me see. Angel, do you know who Angela Renee White is, Angel? Do you know who Angela Renee White
Yes.
is? All right, cool.
Blac Chyna.
Cool. Storm, do you know who Angela Renee White is?
I don't.
Okay. Let's see. Chioma, do you know who Angela Renee White is?
I'm not doing this. Good y'all.
Let's go. All right, so for those that don't know, I should go with one of the guys, but I feel like all of the guys is going to know who that is. So, D, do you know who Angela Renee White is?
Nah.
All right, cool. Otherwise known as Angel. Angel, Annie, are you okay?
Blac Chyna. I'm sorry. I was actually reading an article.
What's those glasses, yo?
I don't know. Angel's Angelin. So we're going to talk about Blac Chyna tonight because there's a lot going on, and I kind of be feeling like we need her to stand in front of the congregation because respectfully, I'm a little bit confused. I am a little bit confused. So we're gonna have a conversation about Blac Chyna. Where's Broadway going with Blac Chyna? Blac Chyna deleted her OnlyFans with bringing millions in. She got baptized, changed her name, removed her implants, her fillers, got a demonic tattoo removed. So the topic of discussion that we're gonna have tonight is Blac Chyna adding change to her rebrand or change to her pockets? I repeat, is Blac Chyna adding change to her rebrand or change to her pockets? Giants, I need y'all to sound off on this, please, respectfully. Let's go.
Yeah, I think she's trying to clean that money, run it through the church. She's trying to pull up past the Mace, Reverend Run, whoever else, you name it. You know, because it's free taxes when you in the congregation.
I'm not doing this with you tonight, D. Tap in with me. How y'all feel, Blac Chyna? I mean,
I think she is doing the right thing. She took the silicone injections out of her butt. A process that should have taken 4 hours, it took 8 hours because the silicone was so condensed, it was stuck in the machine. Therefore making it much harder for her to remove it. Something like that, it will get into your body and cause sepsis and even death. She has children that she needs to take care of. So that's a great thing
There's
for
a
her
woman
to do.
perspective.
Absolutely, because I'm a woman. What the fuck? Anyway. But still.
All right, we're going to move the conversation along. One mic off for Allison. Hello?
Nah.
No, but she's doing a good thing, though. You know,
Nah,
she
I feel
has her
you.
aha moment.
Okay. Tap in with me, guys. How you guys feel? Blac Chyna, is she adding change to her rebrand or is she adding change to her pockets?
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, Broadway. Yo, real talk, son. I think it's just her realizing that that market for the BBLs, it's just getting oversaturated, son. Real rap, son. That's the way I feel, son. Because you're starting to see a lot of them now, like the ones that were like early in the game when BBLs wasn't as popular. You know what I'm saying? She was one of them that was like, all right, you capitalized when the shit was sorry about it. You capitalized when it was like not oversaturated. Now anybody and every woman is pretty much the majority of women are getting that, and then they're capitalizing and going on OnlyFans. So now it's like, all right, are you really, like, just like you said, are you really doing it for the rebound? Or are you doing it because you got to save your pockets because the money getting dropped?
Wake it up.
Y'all reaching. Y'all neck hurt.
Tell us how we're reaching, Queen.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Y'all reaching. The woman actually had an encounter with God. Ooh, give me my sound effect. Ooh, she actually want to change. Ooh, she actually got
Yo,
saved.
fucking crazy.
I hate and love Chioma at the same time.
Watch your,
Ooh.
Watch your girl bones, bro.
Cause
She's
Yeah,
she
not
where my
about
feeding the
sound
animals.
effect?
She's not feeding the animals.
she gonna get a sound effect, but ain't gonna be the one she want.
Yeah, we not here.
I'm crying.
We're not here with that below.
All right,
Yo.
so she had an encounter with God, right? Now watch this. So have all the other women in the hood that after they get tired of being ran through, smutted out, you get what I'm saying? After they get tired of that, after they
Yo, you hell, Broadway.
after they get tired of being smutted out, passed around the block a few times, let's not forget who Blac Chyna baby fathers are. Hello? Let's not forget who Tiger is. Rack City, bitch. Respect my mic. Let's not forget who Rob Kardashian is, who she poured into him, and they was running on the treadmill, giving all this fake support a man, and then as soon as she got pregnant, she done hit the dude for the bag. Let's not forget who Blac Chyna is. What are you talking about? So she made her 20. So let me ask you this, Chioma. Why didn't she have this conversation and awaken it with God before she went to OnlyFans and made allegedly 20 million? Hello? Where was the epiphany then?
I mean, what man? A lot of these men have skeeted and beated. So I mean, what is that like? What do you mean? She had to get her coin. She got to take care of her babies. She had to have money to get the stuff out of her body and stuff. But she had an actual encounter with God. Why y'all don't believe that? Why y'all don't believe hoes could change?
Fuck is you talking about?
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
I'm
just confused. What up, though, Samara? Hey, Samara, what's going on? I'm sorry that you came in amongst this toxicity, but I listen, tonight I'm not letting them get away from me. I got them all. Up from Chioma down to Angel, across the storm, back up to especially Allison. We doubling.
Benoit?
We
Not
double.
Benoit in the group, in the bougie seat?
Man, Benoit be Benny sometimes, man. Benny. I don't flame Benny last week. I'm easy off of Benny this week. But Blac Chyna. I kind of seriously, or BS aside, I honestly feel as though a lot of times, and I'm gonna put it on women because you guys care more than we do, and that's just the fact of the matter. It's gonna make sense in a moment. I feel like she's going through this rebrand, and I've seen this rebrand with women in the hood way too often, right? Where they want to be shucking and jiving, high-fiving with their VJJs, and then they want to have a spiritual awakening after a certain point. But you can't, you can't erase what you did. What he said? You can't erase what you did, Nutso. They can't erase what we did, Nutso. You can't erase it.
You can't scratch off the VIN number, you saying?
You can't scratch off the VIN number and send the vehicle to Africa. You can't. We know. We can't forget. So let me show you where people go wrong all the time, like Blac Chyna, right? And I'm going to relate it to your average, regular, run-of-the-mill woman in the hood, right? You go and you find God. But this is after you done been around the block too many times, rocked too many rhymes, cocked too many. You understand what I'm saying? You've been around the block too many times. But now you go through all this, you get a new wardrobe. Hello?
Move the tramp stamps.
Let's wake that up. You go find a new church, right? You go have a new kid by a new drug dealer that's getting money. Hello? But you can't escape the Carfax. You can't erase the Carfax. You never change your zip code. And what I'm saying in short is Blac Chyna's doing all this and you can't erase her zip code. She will forever be Black Rob. Will forever be Rob Kardashian's baby mother. She will forever be Tiger's baby mother. And it's not just that she's these people baby mothers, right? in that she was in a whole relationship with these people. The relationship never worked. She had babies. Now she got two, and easier for the baby mothers with two baby fathers with two kids. Easier for all that because we're not even gonna wake up that sleeping giant. But the point of what Broadway is attempting to say is that Blac Chyna is bad work. She's bad work because it's one thing, and to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna get off my rant in this soapbox, but I just feel like she's trying to change. She's trying to give a rebrand, but I'm here to let you guys know today, if you're near or far and you're personally going through a rebrand, you got to change the zip code too. Like, you got to go and escape and talk to Kanye in Wyoming or something like that. Tap in with me, Giants. How you guys feel? I see they're going crazy on the Instagram comments. I'm going to bring some of you guys up here on Instagram. Clubhouse, talk to me, please.
So I feel like, go ahead, Cody.
Oh, no, I was just going to ask. All right, so we know all this about Blac Chyna, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to stay a hoe? Like, I'm confused. Like, is it this the step she's supposed to take to change? Like, no?
I'm so happy you asked Broadway that question, King. Because coincidentally I wrote down a response to that answer. What is she supposed to do? You know what she's supposed to do? She's supposed to keep gawking 3,000. Hello? A peacock can't change his feathers. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Hello?
Nigga told her to stay at home.
Listen, you gotta stay outside, baby. You can't come inside. What they say? What they say when you got a 9 to 5?
Outside. It's cold.
Yeah, you know what else is outside? Angel.
What?
Easier for Broadway. Tap in with us, DJ Silver Fox. We got Auntie Koya in here. What up, though? What up, we got who we got up here on Instagram? Tap in with me.
Davita is here.
Davita. Hey, Davita. Who we got on Instagram?
Yeah.
What up, though, Rube?
His Mrs. Your Wishes is in the building.
Tap in with me. Blac Chyna, the question is she adding change to her rebrand or change to her pocket? Talk to me.
She's doing both, like she's fucking supposed to.
Hey, easy on the vocabulary. It's okay. As she's supposed to. Tell me
Party,
more, because I got smoke for you tonight too.
Listen. Y'all are our biggest haters.
Who's
Period,
y'all?
Point blank. Men, black men are our biggest
Easy
haters.
off of men, yo.
Yo, that's crazy.
Hush, because
That's
it's a
crazy.
man
Oh,
with the
nah,
part.
come
It's
on.
a man with the
Still
topic,
gotta
and it's
prove
men
that.
talking.
That's crazy.
So don't tell me to ease off for nothing when I hear nothing but testosterone.
Hey, all I'm going to say is she's hiding her face. She don't want nobody to see her face. She's hiding her face on
I don't got my
Instagram.
hair. I'm in my
I know.
room and I don't got my hair on.
I
But
know.
let me put my hair on because
Not put my hair on.
let me put my.
Yo, let me put my hair on. It's crazy.
All right,
Put your hair on, man.
while you put your hair on, while you put that, yo, y'all should see this on Instagram. Anyway,
It hurts.
yo,
Put my hair on.
I am crying. While you figure that out, Clubhouse, talk to me, please,
It's
because
figured out. I'm here. My hair is on.
okay,
Let me
talk.
put my part is straight.
Now her hair is on.
Now her hair is on. Go ahead, go for it, Rubes.
Yeah, y'all are our biggest haters.
If y'all want to see what's going on, hit the link up top on Clubhouse. See us on
Yeah.
YouTube. Go ahead,
Your hair
Rubes.
is on, but did you
y'all
fix
hate
your
rebrand
look at
her
God?
stuff?
Won't he
Y'all look
will?
at her like
Ruby.
she.
I mean,
I
Rubes.
hate you.
He says you got your hair on, but did you fix your mind?
Yeah.
My mom been fixed. My mom was fixed before my hair. I had a mom before I bought this wig. All right.
No,
No.
tap in with me, Rube. Seriously, I'm cutting you off, and I'm gonna give you the floor. Tap in. So, what's your point?
Yeah, because if she was still doing this at 50 years old, y'all would have been like, yo, she needs to find something else to do. Why is she still doing this? She got kids. She needs a better outlet. She needs a better everything. Is what y'all would have. Shut up. Is what y'all would have.
said
Is what
she
y'all would
stayed
have
loyal.
said.
And she stayed 10 toes down.
She stayed down till she
Yo.
came up.
Yo, we
Right?
never,
Is that not what? Is that not what you're supposed to do?
So
Is that not what you're supposed to do? So if I started out at McDonald's You expect me to still be flipping burgers at this time, or do you expect me
More to
to
the fries.
be
More to the
owning a
fries.
franchise?
Yeah, but we not gonna act like McDonald's is a corporate gig when you really trying to move up in
We're not
ranking.
saying that it's a corporate gig. It's what she started with, versus what she's trying to do now. So if I started
But
out
church
flipping
though?
burgers and now I'm trying
Church?
to own a franchise, am I not good enough to own a franchise because
All right, so
of where I started from?
no, I hear you loud and clear, Rubes, right? But here's the thing to that. She's done this too many times. She's gone for the rebrand too many times. And every time it fails, she moves on to another rebrand. So hold on. So wait. So that leaves me, that makes me inclined to believe that it's not real and it's not genuine, right? Because when it's real and it's genuine, and shout out to the people that, shout out to the young ladies that's actually changed their life and they move on and the rebrand is real. But we seen Blac Chyna move on to Rob Kardashian. We see her move on to OnlyFans. Well, no, excuse me. I'm saying this out of order. We watched Blac Chyna move from the club to the industry to Tiger to we thought she was really moving on when she got with Rob Kardashian, but when that cereal became soggy, she ended up moving on to what? OnlyFans, and then she regressed, and now she's trying to go to church. She's trying. Save me. Save it. Say I don't.
She gotta clean that money, yo. She gotta clean that money. She got 250 million, I think, off of OnlyFans.
How many of y'all subscribe? How many of y'all?
I actually subscribe, but that's neither here nor there. Hello?
On them pictures. How many of y'all tuned into videos just to see her? Stop acting like
She's not my type,
y'all wasn't all in.
She got too
Stop
many
acting like y'all wasn't interested. Stop doing that. Stop acting like somebody can't wake up one day and be tired of things.
No, there's nothing wrong with being tired. There's nothing wrong with being tired, but how many times are you going to keep having a bad day and keep saying
How many times
How many times
are you? Rebrand myself every day. Every day, if something don't work, I'm gonna try something different.
It's not. Hey, listen, it's nothing wrong. Try something different. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm just calling it cap.
Like, and she probably tried to do all of that and rebrand. See, the thing with celebrities, they be trying to people please so much. And if I'm sitting there with all of this money and I'm trying to please y'all broke people, that's where she kept going wrong. She keeps trying to satisfy y'all broke people. Now she don't care about y'all broke people. Now she cares about herself. So let her rebrand and fix herself and get her back. She don't look the same. She didn't get them fillers for her. She got them fillers so y'all would put her in the video, so y'all would keep liking her pictures, so y'all would keep subscribing. But now that she's realizing that y'all ain't worth it, and she's switching it.
You know when she gonna realize we worth it? You know when? When that how much money was that, D? When that becomes depleted. And that's why I call it cap. When the 250, hold on.
She can be a billionaire.
All I'm saying is
OnlyFans, but the project that she's working on now is not gonna make her no money. She's a topic of conversation
all
right
I'm
now.
Saying
she's
is
getting money.
all I'm saying
she's getting money just by us doing this.
Okay, cool. All I'm saying is not. I put things in question. I put question marks and I call cap on things when I see you do things too many times and you're never consistent inside of doing it, right? It's almost like to say you wanna wake up and change the world today, and then you actually go out, let's dumb it down. You wanna start working out. You go out to the gym. Then you realize, all right, if you want to change, that's going to come with a certain thing, right? So now you feeling like, damn, this is actually hard for me to do. Waking up every day and going to the gym is hard for me to do. So that change, so that change is going to actually invoke effort, right? But it's easier for me to wake up and eat a box of intimate donuts or do the stuff that don't really require the work. So when you start to see what actually is accompanied with the work, the real work, now it's easier and that's my thing with Blac Chyna. I just feel like Every time she goes through this little fake rebrand, she starts to see, all right, there's work on the other end to it. I ain't ready for it yet. I'm going to start, you know what a person doing on New Year's? They say, I'm going to start back going to the gym on January 1st. It'd be January 7th, then the 14th, the 21st, then the 28th, and then next thing you know, it's about 4 months in, and they still haven't gone back to the gym yet consistently. Right? So what I'm saying is a lot of times we as people want change. We want the change, but we don't really be tuned in with actually going about things and doing the work for it. So I call cap on Blac Chyna wanting this change in this fake rebrand. I think the rebrand is to put change in her pocket. Because every time, hold on, Rubes, I got you, Queen. Every time she starts, she stops. She starts, she stops. They have an old saying that goes what? When a person shows you who they are, hello, believe them. I'm not one to question who Blac Chyna is because I already made up in my mind exactly who she is. She wants the results without the work. Wake it up.
And that's your opinion.
Clubhouse, talk to me one time.
And that's your opinion. But if you don't know her personally, then your opinion is just like a butthole. Everybody has one, and it don't mean nothing.
I wouldn't say it don't mean nothing. No, because then that means, no, don't do that, because that means your opinion doesn't mean nothing either, right? All of our opinion. But it does. It does. Your opinion means something. You know why? Because you're speaking what your mindset is saying. There's other people that feels exactly how you feel. So I'm not going to say it doesn't mean anything.
I'm talking about to her.
Yeah, I'm talking about to her too.
In her situation, your opinion, she's probably at a point where nobody's opinions matters at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Great thing.
That's fine.
That's a great point to get to, because you've been trying to please these people out here so long that you just do.
But where does that narrative come from?
You're not even doing it for yourself.
But Rubes, where does that narrative come from that she's tired of what other people are saying? Because what I'm showing you right here is that even you saying that is a narrative that she hasn't said. So we don't know no more of what Broadway is saying, no more of what you're saying is a matter of fact. It's all speculative, right?
Right.
All right, cool. Let me throw it to Clubhouse and see what they're talking about. Tap in with me, Clubhouse. How you guys feel?
I just hope that the same smoke is given for Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs, because he hasn't had an artist in how long, and now he's just doing liquor. And I'm not saying that he's not successful at it, but people change and track and adjust and do what works for them. And I feel like she's doing what works for her.
Did he remove?
Did
Puffy move his butt
I'm not
shots?
finished talking.
I know, but did he move his butt shot?
Yo, I'm crying.
No, but I'm
Yo, first of all,
That
wasn't a part of his brand.
Hello.
Give these men the same energy they give the women.
Hi. Hello.
We hear you.
Thank you. But I'm quite sure that he's had something up his butt. But anyway, that being
Yo, why they always try to emasculate men when the point ain't going in their favor? Anyway, go ahead. We hear you.
But that's what happened.
The fact of the matter is, you track and you adjust, and you do what works for you. And people are gonna do what they have to do for them. So leave her alone.
I actually agree with the ladies on this one. I don't understand how we sitting here saying that people are not supposed to evolve. And I don't care if you fail 20 times, 30 times. As long as you keep getting back up and you keep trying. I'd rather take that person that go to the gym for 4 weeks on January 1st every year consistently versus somebody that do it one time and never go back in that gym. That's just me personally.
Wait, what?
But yeah, if you fail, you get back up and keep going. That's just me. That's what I take.
But it gets to a point, DJ Silver Fox, failure becomes a thing that it becomes something that you are doing to yourself. It's not just by happenstance or you had these plans and then for whatever reason you sprung your leg or you wanted a new job and then you got sick on the first day by coincidence, right? That happens. I'm questioning anybody, and I give heavy resistance on what you just said, because when it's real, one time, cool, right? Let's just give the benefit of the doubt. 2 times, great, right? But it can't be on the first and then on every time that Monday comes around, you're sitting there looking around. Every time it comes, I feel like Blac Chyna, is in a rebrand, and she's only rebranding because it's serving her pockets. And her people is in her ear saying, hey, if you want longevity, because I know a lot of people that never acquiesce to change. And there's nothing wrong with change, but the only resistance I'm giving is I just feel as though it's not genuine. Understand Broadway's point. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with change. I'm saying that there's something wrong when people keep saying that they're going to change and it's always something new that's coming and standing in their way from stopping them from changing, or they start to relapse. How many times are you going to believe a smoker is going to quit? How many times are you going to believe a smoker is going to quit just because they said it? Or then they said it and then they did it a time, then they stopped, and then they did it another time, and then they stopped. I'm not inclined to personally believe a smoke. After the second time, all right, cool. All right, you do what you want to do. I'm not going to personally believe you. Y'all do with that which y'all will.
Yeah, but if her brand and her name or whatever she's attached to is in the public eye, for one, that's why she's getting all the scrutiny. Because, I mean, besides us on Clubhouse, that's everybody's so perfect.
Sure.
People in the world mess up. Copy,
Sure.
right? Got
Sure.
that, right? So, unless, like, if she was doing the stuff for the videos, right? Videos is no longer a thing. She's supposed to just stay dead. Okay, I did this for videos, so now I'm not supposed to make no money. I'm not supposed to do nothing like that because people going to say, oh, I'm rebranding too much. No, videos is dead. On to the next thing to make me money. Oh, OnlyFans was popping. Cool. OnlyFans dying off. On to the next thing for money. This is her brand. This is how she make her money. She's not an everyday 9-to-5 person, et cetera, et cetera. She's evolving and she's making money and she's going with the culture and the flow. I don't see what's wrong with it.
I think that
Exactly.
I think that there's nothing wrong with rebranding. But I can't emphasize this enough. Every time she rebrands, the relapse, and mark my words, we'll revisit this in future podcasts. But mark my words, I said it today on the 27th? I said it today on the 27th of March, 2023. There's nothing wrong with the rebrand, right? We can watch Rihanna. We could watch Rihanna, or we could use Ciara too, give or take. We could watch Rihanna rebrand and go from music, right? Go into makeup, go into underwear, go into these different things. There's nothing wrong with rebranding. But what we don't see is these people that rebrand, they end up relapsing and then stopping what they were doing on the rebrand to go back to what they were doing because the rebrand didn't work. We see it with Rihanna. We see it with Kim Kardashian. We see it with Kanye. We see it with Jay-Z. It keeps on going. When you start to rebrand, you elevate. All right, cool. You go from stage 1 to stage 3. Then you go from stage 3 to stage 5. Then you go from stage 5 to stage 10. I don't see people when it comes to the rebrand and it's genuine that you relapse and go all the way back down to stage 1 because the other stages wasn't working. And that's my resistance on the Blac Chyna piece.
Yeah, but
So which one of her rebrands was a failure though? Because if you ask me, she making money in each rebrand.
All money, not good money.
Ah, okay. Now you
I don't know about
pulling
that.
any argument out the air. That's what you're doing. Fighting for your life.
No, what I'm saying is all money, not good money. If we talking about the rebrand, right? The money. I'm not even talking about money. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about respect. I'm talking about those intangibles that's outside of money. But go ahead, Kennedy. I hear you, Queen.
I'm sorry, but when you've made 300 million, no one is gonna care. I know me personally, I'm not gonna care about the respect because for some reason, when it comes to women, it's damned if we do, damned if we don't. If a stripper goes to school and becomes a dentist, unless she moves to a different city, everyone's gonna still look at her, even if she opens her own practice.
That's what I said.
Oh, she's always gonna be a dancer. So for women, it's different than it comes to men. P. Diddy, everybody knew that he was doing it in his streets before he became a producer and a manager, and then became the person that was messing with people's careers, and then he went to liquor, and then he sat his sugar daddy ass down. So now he's a sugar daddy. He's the prime sugar daddy.
Wait,
that is who he is. Wait. That is who he is. Because after we figured out how much he was paying Carnisha as an allowance, that's just what it is. He is a sugar daddy. Let's just keep it a beat.
Hey, listen,
Right?
I'm not
So
giving
anyway,
anything you saying
so
any resistance. I'm on board with all of that. I agree with
right,
all of it.
right. So what I'm saying is, even with the respect factor, there's a lot of people who don't respect Trump, but he still get a bag. And he just got arrested. Don't nobody care. You think that man care about who respects who? Like that's just how I feel. If I made $300 million on OnlyFans and I choose to change my life, I'm not going to care whose respect I do and do not have. You want to know why? Because I touched an amount of money to where I am now beyond reproach. I don't care about what you say in my comments. I have a team to delete your comments. I have a team that is going to make sure I look like a certain way in the public eye because I have a PR. So even though all money isn't good money, it doesn't matter. You got here how you got here. At the end of the day, America's infrastructure was built on crime in the prohibition and the slavery era. That's how we got to where we are. Now, as a country as a whole, there's a lot of blood in these streets and this soil. So with that statement, all money isn't good money, if that was really true, we would have been in the same playing field as everywhere else. Every great American fortune started with crime, and that's just what it is, and that's how it's always been, and that's it.
I don't
This is
argue.
Kennedy, and I'm going to mute my mic.
Thank you, Kennedy. I'm not going to give any resistance to that. I'm not going to give any resistance to that because I agree with that. All money, but all money ain't good money. That comes from people making that point of morality, right? And morals and character. That's why that saying exists. All money, not good money. But I mean, carry on. How you guys feel? What up, though, Keisha? We got Luna in here. We got Storm. We got the Giants on YouTube. What up, though? Tap in with me. I see you, Ali. I see you guys on. I see you, T. I see you guys. Tap in with me, Clubhouse. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, she's living her life. Like, I mean, like somebody said in here, it's just placed on a bigger scale. I think when you're going through life trying to figure shit out, especially being young, you have a certain idea what the world is. You think you know everything until shit starts smacking you in the face. Like, it's like you said, she started off with the rapper thing. Everybody wanted to be down with hip hop. It didn't fucking matter. Whatever you could do to get in that bitch, she was trying to get in there.
well,
Got in there, success. My fault. I didn't mean to curse.
no, you good. You good.
She got in there, got successful, went on to meet Tiger there, right? Who was her boyfriend at the time, whatever. Look, I've heard everybody on Clubhouse have a relationship problem, so I know we're not trying to stay high and mighty off of that.
That's a
right?
fact.
So, boom, she goes off, doesn't get into it with Tiger, tries to rebrand and figure out what her career path is, runs into Rob Kardashian. They seem to hit it off. Clearly, they had some troubles. It wasn't like they didn't love each other. You can tell that was a love, domestic-ass relationship.
Sure.
Right? Cool. All right, that didn't work out. What do you do now? I still got this body.
Oh, OnlyFans. Oh, let's not skip over OnlyFans.
Yeah, hold on. I still got this body. OnlyFans popping, right? How many celebrities went on OnlyFans, took pictures in bathing suits and fucking spas and literally just flat their titties a little bit, and niggas spent $20 million on their fucking accounts. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even no sex in half of these niggas fucking OnlyFans, which is crazy.
Watch the curses.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it wasn't even no nothing going on with none of it. They was getting people with the same stuff they put on Instagram. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, she seems like she's smart in the way that she approaches a bag. She knows how to get to a bag quickly, and then from there she plans her attack in order how to get where she going in life. Like, at the end of the day, like, yes, her
Marketing 101.
Her domestic and relationship struggles were put on Front Street for the whole world to judge, but when has it ever been announced that she's some terrible mother? Or, and another thing, I don't even understand when you say relapse. What is she relapsing on? Like, what did she do wrong? Is she a cokehead? Like, I'm confused.
That's just okay. So I got you, right. So that relapse is just a figure of speech for she ended up going back, right? She ended up regressing. You get what I'm saying? There's no progress. There's regress, right? So hear me, right? So here's the thing with Blac Chyna. And I thought about this entirely, right? And there's something that we're not bringing up, right? And that's the tumultuous relationship between her and her mother, right? And I think that when you watch her mother, right, there's an image and reflection between her mother and trauma between her mother and her that's been on full display by way of these shows, by way of just the media, so forth and so on, right? I think Blac Chyna, I'm not surprised by way of the Blac Chynas, because when you look back at the home, you can see why Blac Chyna probably made some of the decisions that she made. However you identify it as, good or bad, right? But what I will say is, I think that, Thotty just asked the question, which was, what did she regress from? I think that she regressed from, I think that she regressed. She's not where she want to be, so she keep trying new things. And again, there's nothing wrong with trying new things, but why does the new thing has to be the furthest extreme? And that's my aha point. That's my aha point, where we can try new things, but the new thing don't have to be the thing that we're trying to heal from. Like, I don't gotta go, all right, I tried weed, that didn't get me high. Then I went to coke, that didn't work. Then I went to crack and heroin. It don't have to keep being it. I could figure it out at cigarettes. You get what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to go the furthest extreme? Because there's a bag attached to it? Because it's Tiger and he's a rapper? Because it's Rob Kardashian and the Kardashians? Because it's OnlyFans? And that's why I say and point out the regress, because every time there's always a few months, maybe 16 months or 2 years between her and the next endeavor, right? So when she goes and it don't work, it's always the next thing neighboring that moment. And then there's the next thing neighboring that moment. Hence the reason why I say she's doing this for the bag. She's doing this only because there's a dollar amount attached to it. She's not going to OnlyFans. All right, cool. I can give I can give concessions to the Rob Kardashian thing, right? Let's just make it twice and say with the Tiger thing, right? Cool. I get it. But to me, and again, you guys play at your own risk. I just look at it and say, you ain't gonna show me who you are and expect me to believe you are somebody different. Tap in with me. D, you sound distant, D.
Nah, go ahead, Storm. She wanted this happen. I seen Benoit float up, so I wanted to let you know to watch yourself, because you probably hit a nerve.
So, Broadway, I don't watch Chyna. Good night, everyone. I don't really watch Chyna. Stop it, Broadway.
Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead, Queen. Cook. Go ahead, cook.
I don't watch her often, right? But I did see, her, I guess maybe she was on her live, or what she was doing. She was talking about how she was taking them out. She was on her way and she documented it. So I get what you're saying, that maybe she's trying to draw attention in a new avenue and it doesn't seem authentic, right?
That's all I'm saying.
But I also, I see where you can get that. And I'm not saying that that's not what she's doing. I just watched it. When I was watching, I was like, for so long she's been doing this. And like you said, she's been with Tiger and Rob and this one and that one and all this or whatever. People get exhausted trying to be something that they're not. And I stopped watching the show. I mean, I watched the show for 2 seconds, but I didn't like the way her mother talked to her, right? And if you have somebody who is supposed to be, who you're soul tied to, who's always talking to you disrespectfully, ugly, nasty, and you do things for them or whatever case, and sometimes you will take on those hits and it'll come out in different ways. Right. So it could have come out in her promiscuity. It could have come out.
Now we talking.
It could have come, like, those are the things that are surfacing, right?
We see her
jumping from man to man, or always trying to be in front and center. And I believe at this point, I'm not going to say I believe, what it seems to me at this point when I watched the woman talk, is she was speaking from a place of exhaustion. And I'm not going to keep doing this. And, a lot of times it does take you getting back to your roots or getting back to something that is grounding you. So maybe she's trying, God. And I think we should give her space and opportunity to evolve in that.
I
to
don't
be
think that.
one sec to speak to that real quick too, Broadway. I think, and I like how she explained all that because I had that in my head. I was going to try to bring that up next. That's why I give her grace, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the way you speaking, I usually have my, opinions about people, and I'll keep my distance from women like that. And I used to think the same thing about Chyna until the first day I saw her mother, bro. The way she interacted with her mother, I know that all too well, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some of the same problems with my own mother, and I see some of them same problems in my community with women and their mothers. So, like, I understand, like, the you know what I'm saying, the terrible decision making through your adulthood because you gotta remove all the trauma and craziness that you've learned from your insane parents. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I give her grace, bro, because of that very reason.
I'm not taking away from the grace to be given. All I'm saying is both things could be true. I could give Blac Chyna grace and stuff for like she's doing some of the things she's doing because it aligns with her pocket. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I feel like it's aligned with her pocket. If it's not aligned with her pocket, I'm not sure if Blac Chyna is doing it because I've seen her do it way too many times. And I can offer her grace and understand, and that's why I brought up the mother aspect, right? I can see and understand why she's the things that she's doing, but I also know that just if I remove it all and I just see, all right, she did this, there was a bag attached to it. Then she did that, there was a bag attached to it. Then she did that, there was a bag attached to it. Now she going over here and she doing that. All right, cool. Like once you go to God, where do you go from there? So I'm just sitting back patiently and I'm like, okay, y'all call it what y'all want to call it. But I just think it's all, again, the topic of discussion is Blac Chyna, is she adding change to her rebrand or change to her pocket? I'll go for the latter.
You know what? I'm thinking about what you're saying, Broadway, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I have heard that before with the music industry, like getting saved is the last bag. Like after you've done everything that you can do, now you gotta go to the church and get that bag. That's the very last bag. I have literally heard that before. So you might be onto something. I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna see a lot more celebrities turn into that bag, especially with AI coming into play. Like I ain't gonna go too off into that conversation, but anytime they can take your voice and your music and put it on anything and just take that, you gonna have to go to a different bag. You gonna have to go with the church people because God only one gonna save you after that, right?
Let me offer a little bit of grace inside of what Broadway is saying because I know it's harsh and it's probably ugly, right? And not a lot are in alignment with what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we live in a world where some of us get into these industries very young. What's accompanied with that is I remember being 15, 16 and moving a certain way and believing because this is what my OGs was saying at the time. This is what I had to acquiesce to. This is how I had to be. So because this is what they were saying and I'm looking at they bags and I'm looking at they cars and I'm looking at they chicks, I'm like, oh, this is what you got to be. This is what you got to do because I was none the wiser. So I'm moving in certain regards because I'm like, nah, this is what you got to do. So I transfer that same thing to that adolescent mind and move it to somebody that's in the entertainment space, right? Not to mention I've been in the entertainment space for a very long time, but easy off of that. So I transfer that same thing to Blac Chyna, right? Young, she's watching women that she aspire to be, that has things that she aspire for, and she's doing certain things because she feels as though this is what I need to do to get to where I'm at. It's the mindset, right? D said earlier, joking about rules, you change your hair, but did you change your mind? And a lot of times it be women in that's cut from that ilk mental, but we talking about Blac Chyna, right? That's cut from that ilk. And they'll feel, what up though, Mario? That feels like I gotta do this. We all watch the player clubs. Sometimes you gotta do what you, how you say? Sometimes you gotta do what you want to get what you need. Or however that saying goes that they said it.
You gotta use what you got to get what you need.
Thank you, Storm. You gotta use what you got to get what you, right? So with that being said, there's a lot of women, and I've been outside. I've dated a few strippers. I know what's happening. I know the mindset. I'm very, very much aware of it. And y'all can say what y'all want, but if you interview 10 strippers, I guarantee you at least 7 of them is gonna have the same mindset. And you gonna think that it's different, but it's all the same. We're speaking about things, and I say this to people all the time, to civilians. Yo, if you never been to jail, a civilian be trying to send somebody to jail off top. Send them to jail. Jail don't always fix it. Jail's not always the easy fix. Why is Broadway talking about jail? We talking about Blac Chyna. What I'm saying is sometimes we'll have these ideas on people and we'll be coming from a civilian-like mindset, but it doesn't compute to somebody that's come from a certain background. You're speaking from a civilian 1 + 1 = 2 mindset. And I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But unless you actually been on that side of the rope, then you can't understand what that mindset is and how that mindset work. I yield there, guys.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Broadway. So can 2 things be true? Can 2 things be true though?
Absolutely.
Can it be true that Blac Chyna know how to get to a bag, right? And that Blac Chyna know how to rebrand, and that Blac Chyna actually had an encounter with God and turned it into a bag? Because the words say the gift is without repentance.
Hey, Kennedy.
She was always going to have a
Hold
bag.
on, CJ. Hold on. Go ahead, Chioma. I'm sorry.
No, that's the word. The word says that the gifts of God are without repentance, which means if she was going to get to a bag while she was sinning, she going to get to a bag while she's saved. So can 2 things be true?
Yes, it both can be true. Just for Broadway, I need to see her getting more to the bag as a saved, newly baptized woman. I need to see that before I just rest on the heels of saying that both. I know both can be true, but she just showed me so far left that she needs to do some things to build up the equity inside of things going right. Listen. So, Blac Chyna. I have a question for you guys, right? And before I play this video and get into this topic, I want to simply ask you guys, should there be boundaries? Should there be boundaries when interacting with your significant others, when your friends are interacting with your significant other? Should there be boundaries?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, of course. Okay. That's it.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Hey! Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Where we at? 57.
No, but my true answer to that is yes, but I don't try to control. Obviously I got married on already, so I guess see how that works out. But I feel like people gonna do what they're gonna do anyway, regardless of how far you keep them away from people. So I'd rather see how someone maneuvers around my friends and the friends that I know. I know that people like you, my guy, Aaron, like they just wouldn't do. They that loyal. They just not gonna. They're gonna tell me before they step out. So I would like to say that it's 50-50 with me. I don't
50-50.
I don't police it too hard. Nah.
All right, what up, Chioma?
I agree with D. Only thing I add is that it's 2023. You don't even want that bum ass nigga. You don't even want him. Like, I'm just saying in general, not you.
That escalated quick.
My man. Okay, listen. I'm just saying. Y'all don't even be wanting the men that y'all be accusing other women of wanting. Y'all gotta get out of delusion.
I know that's right.
Get out of delusion.
All right, so let me play this video. It's very interesting to understand what you guys are saying because I want to see if you guys are going to keep the same energy with the topic of discussion. Live on Broadway podcast. Check it out. Let's see.
Can a woman come up and two-hand hug your husband?
Don't you ever... Do you see this? Is that thing on? Don't you ever two-arm hug my husband. You know, we need to make that a whole podcast episode.
We got a whole conversation.
Because there is certain etiquette that you are supposed to have with your friend's husband, boyfriend.
High five.
What? It's you better one-hander. Tap. It's a dap. It's a one-handed hug. Yes. But you better not ever grasp my husband with two of your arms.
Don't you ever.
Don't you ever.
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 Wow. So we having this discussion, guys. The question is,
Yo, women is crazy.
I mean,
yo.
like
They be
we talking
they
about a
talk.
hug, D.
I mean, a hug is intimate, yo. You get to not too much on the hug. Y'all can
So,
say hi. Y'all can wave. Y'all can Princess Diana it.
mm,
It's a little wave.
Nah, I'm a hugger. You gonna get? I need a full
I'm
hug,
crying. Look at her
chest
picture though, yo. Look at her
chest
picture.
to chest.
let's see
Like
that
I
picture. What
need
that picture look like? Let's see.
chest to chest held. Like
Hello. Hold
give
on.
me a good 2 seconds. Like I don't care if he your husband, birds of a feather. We cool people. I ain't
Hello,
holding.
nurse.
If you my girl and I know you and I'm with you, like I am not. You should already know I'm not a threat, and I'm not coming for yours. This is totally out of love. Like
We gonna play that
totally
video
out
one
of
more
love.
time, Luna. Let's just play that one more time because I want to see.
Luna's
Can
trying
a
to get
woman
Luna.
come up
Nah,
and
if you side eye me, if
two
I
hand
love your
hug your
dude,
husband?
then
Hold
we
on,
we
hold on,
talking.
Luna. Hold on, Luna. 1 second, baby girl. Hold on.
Can a woman come up and two hand hug your husband?
Don't you ever. Do you see this? Is this thing on? Don't you ever two arm hug my husband. We need to make that a whole podcast episode.
We got a whole
because
conversation.
there is certain etiquette that you are supposed to have with your friend's husband,
What?
boyfriend.
High five.
What? It's you better one-hander.
Tap.
It's a dap. It's a one-handed hug.
Yes.
But you better not ever grasp my husband with two of your arms.
Don't
What?
you ever.
Don't you ever.
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 Wow. Let's talk about it.
I never hugged any of my homegirls' men. I don't even handshake them or none of that. I just nod. I be like, yo, what's up, bro? Give them the nod, and then I just keep going. And that's it. Like, because it's treacherous in these streets. There was literally a video that went viral of some lady was in the bed with her daughter's baby daddy, but I won't wake that up. Y'all go ahead, though.
Hey, listen. So, by a show of flashing mics, how many people in here are okay with the two-hand hug from your friend's significant other? Show of flashing mics. Y'all okay with it? Okay, Chioma, we got Benoit. Okay, D is okay with it. So I take it that Allison, Remo, Thotty, Storm, Luna, Keisha's in another world, and Kennedy are not okay with it. Okay.
Oh, hold on. What was the question?
I'm not.
Okay, what?
The question is by a show of hands, or you can say something because you're off your mic, how many people are not okay with the two-hand hug?
Oh no, I'm okay with it.
No,
I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with your chest should not be pressed up against my man, period. And I wouldn't press myself up against you. I mean, there's a way to hug the one arm. I mean, no, not two hands.
Do you feel like it's connected to sexuality, or
I don't think it's connected to sexuality. I feel like
intimacy?
well, I mean, maybe it is. Okay, maybe subliminally it is in my head somewhere. Because I don't hug my friend. I have a best friend I've had for 17 years. I don't know what her husband's chest feels like. You get what I mean? I would never hug Onique's husband, like wrap
Not
my
what I
arms around
heard.
that man, ever. And I don't. And I wouldn't appreciate it if she were to hug anyone that I was seeing that way. It's just that's not the way you should be hugging. There's no way your arms should be all around him. For what?
Child, I poke my friend's husband's stomach and like, what? You gaining a little weight there, ain't you?
I'm crying.
But if he's a people person, I mean, I feel like it depends. If your man is a people's person, right? Meaning that he interact with a lot of people show him love. He show up for the city. I don't know what kind. Everybody they different.
I appreciate
people,
you.
right? If he is a certain type of if he is a certain type of dude, he's gonna get love. He's gonna get the big bear hugs. He's gonna get
Body be thy name.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna get major love, especially if he's showing. If he's that type of dude and he really got something going, he's gonna get mad love from women, and that speaks to his character. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
We're not talking about mad women. We're talking about our friends, right? And
Wake that up.
I just no. Honestly, and I've been friends with people for a very long time, but I don't feel like I should be hugging her husband that way. And
So how
if
should
it's
you hug
for
her?
other people, that's fine. But when it comes to my man, I don't want her chest on my man.
All
No.
right, so you know what, Broadway, I'm gonna shut up because this is I don't need to potty. Y'all potting yourself. Carry on, please. I'm very interested.
I have known. Okay, I'm the way how I hug D Dub when I see him is not the same way how I hug my man when I see
Not too
him.
much on Broadway. It sucks to be him. It sucks to
Not
be
what I
him.
heard.
That nigga, I get good hugging.
Anyway, so first of all, hold
That
on.
side nigga. That side nigga.
Anyway, when I greet D Dub, we hug each other a specific way that is respectful to each other. When I greet my man, it no. And if I see another woman touching
But
my
I'm not
man, whether
married. So if I was married, would you hug me like that?
I would hug you just how I've been hugging you for
In
how
front of
many
my
years?
wife? In front of my wife?
Wait a minute.
Yo,
What are you
I'm
trying to
crying.
say?
Allison, if you want to be the other woman, just say that, Allison. Hello?
What is going on here? You
Hold
need
on.
help, friend? You need help?
Listen, wait, hold on. What are you wait,
Not too much on
ZW,
Alex.
ZW, the way
I
how I
am
hug
not the
you is
father.
the way
Let's go!
the way how I hug Broadway.
Why are you still on the beginning of the sentence, Allison? Hello? We need to move.
Y'all keep cutting me off. The way
Y'all stop cutting her off.
I am respectful to my male friends, and I would hope that women are respectful to my man when they greet him. But however, it is not up to them to respect that. It is up to him to put a boundary.
I mean, you came to hug me. I didn't come to hug you. You came to hug me.
Yeah, but
I
if you
hug,
notice you're in a relationship, you're not going to put your crotch on her.
I hug like
Hello?
in the
Listen,
picture.
listen,
Fall back and get that church hug.
Allison. There's no position that would. What's happening with you, Marcy? There's no reason. There's no situation that would suggest a man and his crotch being on a woman during a hug, right?
That is an intimate hug. Yes, there is. I'm sorry. Hello, a face front hug. You all up on that person. Come on now, stop.
All right.
Wait, his crotch is where the hug? Where is it?
Crotch
Yo,
is
I am crying.
Hey, listen, Thotty, I heard some time ago that all body pieces line up when you just position yourself the right way.
Yo, I'm good.
Absolutely.
Listen, I hug the way I in this PTR. You heard? This how I hug.
Wait, let me see. Let's see his PTR. What is he talking about? Oh, he hug on the side. You give side hugs, Thotty? Thotty, last time I saw you hug Allison, man, you went from you grabbed her underneath her arms and embraced her.
Yo, you chatting.
Hey, bro,
Yo,
is
crying.
it inappropriate when a man, like, if you got a woman and you hug a friend, but you grab her waist, like, or should you stay above the shoulders, like?
Wait, what? No.
Listen. You trying to get somebody shot?
These are getting spicy now.
Marcy.
No, I want to know, like, those little
Side
back
hugs
rubs
only.
and shit. Don't hug me and rub my back.
No, you get
I
one
feel
on.
uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable when I see women that I know and they with a dude, like even like trying to give him a hug. Like, so I gave a girl a pound the other day, but no, excuse me, I reached out like to give her a pound, but then I seen she was walking with somebody, so we never even connected. I was like, oh, what's up? How you doing? Cause I got approached by some dude one day in the hood. He was like, yo, don't you ever hug nobody that I'm with. I'm emotional about that piece of pussy, and I was traumatized ever since then. Like, he really wanted to fight me because I hugged a girl that we both know. I'm like, and I never sexed her, so I'm like, yo, that was crazy.
So wait, guys. We got Marcy up here. Marcy, what's up there with you, Queen? How you feel?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very well. Thank you. So the question is should there be boundaries between interacting with your friend's significant other? So you with your home girl. I mean, you run into your home girl. They got their significant other with them. Is a hug inappropriate or is a hug appropriate?
To me, it is inappropriate. A handshake should be just as good. To me, it is. However, that depends on if I am very trusting of my friend, and I know my friend can respect my boundaries. But if I see she does not respect other boundaries, then I would have an issue. However, if not, then I wouldn't.
So Marcy, did you see what's my name? What's my man name that was hugging Candy? What's my man name? Not Skip, not Skip. What's my man name? The brown skinned dude, the tall dude. He went to go hug Candy, and he has his hand on her thighs. What's my guy name?
You talking about Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp hugged Candy, put his hands on her between the top of her butt and her lower back. Is that inappropriate? Isn't Candy married?
Yeah, she was uncomfortable too, and she already stated that she looked uncomfortable in the pictures. It didn't look natural. So I mean, the energy alone speaks volumes. Like, this is a stranger, you know what I'm saying, to her, and they're not in any kind of close proximity of knowing one another. And she even, spoke about that being inappropriate and uncomfortable to her on her end, especially in the fact that she's married. But even if she wasn't married, it was uncomfortable for her.
You see, you just real quick, right? And what up though? We up? I see you, King.
What's good?
So here's my thing with the Shannon Sharp thing, right? So he hugs her. His hand is on her lower back, right, and on the top of her thigh, whatever the case is. My thing is, and ladies, excuse me, right? Because I'm not a woman, so I'm gonna rest on you guys' for y'all point of view on this. But I be feeling like in certain situations, you guys have to know how to respectfully check somebody. It don't gotta be like, what you doing, and all catty and messy. But if that was my lady, I would have felt some sort of way with her knowing how I am, that she didn't check that. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not resting on the hill. I'm not gonna allow her to rest on the hills of I was confused. I didn't want to cause a scene and all that other BS. Nah, check that. You get what I'm saying?
Cross her arms in the hug, like like she was about to do a genie?
Nah, just respectfully push the arm away. You get what I'm saying? Just push the arm away. You get what I mean? And then afterwards, probably have a conversation. Hey, whatever the case is, I didn't really like the way I just felt uncomfortable. To ease the tension from the situation. But I feel like, because if it's vice versa, I've been in spots. Listen. I've been in spots at bars. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And I go to the bar to get me and my lady a drink, and another chick don't come across the bar, grab my hat, and then she's playing with my hat, and then she gave it to her friend, and I'm like, yo, come on, Shay, get my hat back. Then my lady see it, comes up and press the whole situation. You get what I'm saying? And then because she knew and saw what I was doing, my efforts, she put them in their place and knew what it was. But if I didn't do that, and they was drunk, right? But if I didn't do that, she would have every right to put me in my place and be like, yo, you doing mad much, letting them, because it's the effort. So I think that, to the topic of discussion, I think that maybe Trey said, a sideways hug is cool. All that intimate grabbing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm a hugger. If I know you, it's different. Let me be quiet, because I'm just gonna put my foot in my mouth. Easier. We up. What up? We up. Tap in. Say something. Save Broadway. We up, please. Hello.
Yo, Broadway, we up, but beloved, it's 2023. Nobody's respecting boundaries, son. I mean, I hear everybody, but
wake it up.
Respecting boundaries no more.
Fuck, he said F them boundaries.
Nobody respects the boundaries no more, beloved. You just listen. If you in a relationship and y'all got like that special like connection, whatever. I mean, cool. But at the end of the day, like, nobody's caring about boundaries, morale, even respect. That's like all out the window. So I'm just keeping it real up.
Hey, Remo.
I don't think it's necessarily out of.
I got you right now. We up.
It's not true. It's still out there. Like, people set their boundaries, but it's their own personal responsibility to set those boundaries. And if we're talking about hugs from friends, it's a personal thing. Everybody here personally has their way in which they want to be greeted personally.
Hey, Luna.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Luna, if I'm in front of your man and I give you a certain type of hug, he gonna know it's up, and I was knocking that hole loose. Hello?
Nah, okay.
He gonna know.
Nah, it's nah.
He gonna know.
at the end of the day, if now don't get me wrong, if you put off that energy, and that's the energy that you're giving when you're hugging me, because guess what? I cannot have that energy. If you're coming with that energy and he discerns that and he comes to me and y'all and's like, hey yo, old dude was kind of out of pocket with his energy when he hugged you because I noticed ABCXYZ, then it could be unbeknownst to me, and I'll be like, you know what? I didn't catch that and don't recognize that because I'm me.
You see,
But I'm grateful that you was able to catch that, but I didn't. And then from that point, it's not an argument though. Motherfuckers want to argue. People want to argue. Like, no, it's a conversation. You have that conversation with that individual, because if you know your spouse and you know your friends and you know how your spouse operates, then, or your partner operates, then you should automatically know, okay, do I have the security within myself to flow with this individual? And do I have the communication safety to let this individual know if I feel like there has been a boundary that has been overstepped? And you can have a conversation. But most people don't allow their insecurities to take over, and they create assumptions in their head based off of their insecurities that have nothing to do with who that individual is.
You see, so here's the thing to that, Queen, right? I feel like it's easy to, and again, I'm not a woman, so I'm listening to what you're saying and I receive it. I'm not giving that any pushback. But what I want to ask is, at what point of being a woman do you guys get tired of saying, I didn't know how the situation, it took control of me. I didn't know, and stop making those excuses and actually, respect, because you guys know how to operate with a certain amount of decorum and be respectful while putting somebody in their place. So why does it become different? Let's just say the Shannon Sharp situation where he's holding her and she feels uncomfortable. Why not just put him in his place? Instead of resting on the heels of, I felt uncomfortable, like you're a baby and you don't know how to use your words.
Because that's what they do. But that's what happens to a lot of women when they have had like previous trauma, right? Like, just trying to be honest, Broadway. Like, I've even known women that like get like, I get regular massages, right? Me and my friends. And I had a friend tell me, I was like, you getting your massage this month? And she like, no, because the last time I went, it was funny. It was weird. He was doing too much. And I said, well, why you didn't say anything? And she was like, basically, I froze up and got scared. And it was a trauma response. And I felt like a little kid and so on and so forth. Y'all know how that go. So that's kind of where that comes from, is when, this trauma, and then women just freeze up and they do feel like little girls again and they can't say nothing. So, yeah.
I can offer grace in that regard.
Oh boy.
I can
trauma.
I can offer grace in that regard. I want to take it to We Up because he was trying to tap in for a second.
I can actually speak on that trauma because I had a lot of that trauma. However, my trauma has made me stronger, and if somebody is touching me very inappropriate, you better believe I'm going to tell you, I don't appreciate the way you just hug me that way. Whether it's embarrassing to you or to whoever
hold on,
around,
hold on.
I'm going to make sure I voice myself, because I've already been robbed before, and they're not going to do it again.
Sure.
So I'm not going to leave it up to my man or to my mother, to my daughter, to whoever's around me. It's up to me to defend myself. I am my own advocate. So I'm going to advocate for myself, and wrong is wrong, and I'm going to call you out on it.
What up, though, We Up? I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Marcy. What up, We Up?
What's going on? Yo, you know what I want to say? I want to say this. I don't think, because I had a situation in the beginning with my wife where some situations will happen like that. Like for me, I don't even take it as, I take it as there has to be a certain code of conduct, right?
Right.
There has to be, you have to have a certain code of conduct just as adults. You know what's inappropriate. You know, even if you're not in a relationship, as an adult, you should know what's inappropriate. You understand what I'm saying? If a man is with his woman and how you can approach the woman, it's how you approach that situation. For a man to say what's up to a woman that he see at a spot with a man, as a man, you have to announce who you are to that man first. You don't just go straight to the woman. You don't go straight to the woman and show love. Even though, man, you still morally, as a man, you still have to stop and go, yo, what's going on, my brother? My name is such and such. You still have to do that. And I think a lot of people just don't have morals. A lot of people just don't have morals. Because there's nothing wrong with saying hi to someone in the spot, but how you do it. You understand? In the form of fashion that you do it. That's the problem. You understand what I'm saying?
So to that point, right? And thank you for saying that. We up, right? Shout out to the beloved. So my thing is this, right, King? I totally agree with that, right? Like if I'm walking down the street or if I'm by myself and I see one of my lady friends and they with their significant other or just a random, that I don't speak to women, especially when they with their significant other. I address the men. Right? I'll say nothing to that lady without addressing that man. Yo, what's happening, King? You know what I mean? Oh, it's been a while, man. I ain't see you in. You good? You good? All right, cool. Yo, what's happening, sis? And then I get into her. You get what I'm saying? Because those things are important. I'm cut from that where you don't speak to another man's significant other without listen.
Yes, I come from that era. I come from there. You gotta. It's a certain way you gotta do it, son. You gotta. It's respect. It's morals. It's code. You know, as a man, you know what it is.
Yes.
Yo,
and as a woman, I feel I would respect. I appreciate that when a man
hold on, guys. Hold on. One at a time. Go for it, Storm. Then we'll come back to you. I think that was you, Marcy.
Yes, I said as a woman, I respect when a man addresses my man first. As a woman, to me, it makes me feel a better woman. Like you're respecting me, you're respecting my man.
Right. Absolutely. Storm, what's up, Queen?
So I was saying, like, on the flip side, it's the same thing, right? So I consider myself attractive, right? So when I'm around my friend's significance, I definitely don't, play the high role. I'm not trying to be seen. Because I'm not trying to draw this man's I don't want him to be attracted
His attention,
to me. My friend's significant, right? So when I do approach, a friend of mine, yes, I'm going to speak to her. If she's with him, I'm going to address her to only make her comfortable, right? Because I'm not trying to draw any attraction from your man. I know this guy, but I am going to give you the respect as the woman in his life to speak to you and address you. And then I'm going to address my friend respectfully, and then I'm keeping.
You just a quick sidebar, and shout out to you, Storm. But I kind of feel like when women be like woman to woman, that's hate. Like whenever a woman prefaces what she's about to say and say, I want to come to you as a woman, I feel like there's undertones of hate there, but we'll unpack that another day, another time. But
why would it be an undertone of hate? No, pack it down.
What you said?
I said unpack it now. What do you mean?
I just feel like we'll just stay here for a millisecond, right? Like I'm coming to you as a woman, or as a woman, like, you're already a woman. Why do you need to put that on full display? You're not anything other than woman. And we know that's how you identify. So why do you need to? So saying that, right? Saying that you're a woman is almost like to say,
he did just say as a man, though. He did just say as a man.
Hold on, D. It's the same difference. I'm just saying we hear that more so ladies say that. You know what I mean? Woman to woman. But anyway, back to the point of what I was saying is when women say that, it's almost like to say, I'm going to be the bigger person. So it's like, I'm going to be the woman. So it's like, yo, what do you think I'm going to be? How you think I'm going to respond to you? Because I'm a woman too. Because I'm going to speak to you woman to woman. Anyway, but...
No, when they come into you as quote unquote a woman, it's like, yeah, so we're on even playing fields. I'm coming to you as a woman because we're quote unquote sisters. But understand this, a real sister wouldn't do that shit. Sorry.
Oh my God. Yo, bro, can I make my point now?
Please, D. No, please, D, because yeah.
And I heard what was her name? Marcy,
yes.
Marcy. So Marcy was speaking, but from the lens where I feel she was coming from, and Chioma woke this up, and I'm one of those guys that I know a lot of people, a lot of women. I've been around a lot of people in the industry, and if people are used to giving you hugs, it's a little unfamiliar if you don't see somebody in a long time and they with a woman for you to just so y'all just saying y'all just transform into this irregular. Oh, I'm just gonna give you a handshake today. If you didn't see somebody in a long time, I think y'all speaking of like people that don't know you. We more speaking of somebody because the original conversation was a friend. So these are people that know each other already. So are you just not hugging even friends now because they're in a relationship, or is that it's just
Right.
strangers? Because Marcy's version was like like don't touch me, it's uncomfortable. But what happens if a guy, like you want to give him a hug? Like how do you approach that situation? Like do you just shut down the hug, or you give him a half hug or
So
side?
D, let me ask you something. You see Remo PTR? You see Remo? Oh wait, he changed it. He changed it. All right, he changed it. But he had a
Who he had?
He
I think guys tell me because I watched it.
he had a PTR up there with a young lady in front of him, and I don't know if you guys could still see it, but he's holding.
Oh, that was the Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah, I seen that
the
one.
Jay-Z and Beyonce one, right? Like, so would you be okay with a dude hugging that hasn't seen your significant other in a long time, hugging her like that?
Not the wrap around the neck. Like that was too. Come on, like
yo, I'm saying she's at the bar. Look, y'all in the same spot. She's at the bar.
He's behind her now.
Yeah, he comes behind her and say, "Yo, what you drinking? Yo, let me get one of."
D, you need to stop fronting. You've been in Harlem.
Listen, this is probably why I stayed. Remo, this is probably why I stayed out of relationships for as long as I did, because I had pictures all the time with everybody wanting to hug up. You should look at the picture of me, Benoit.
Nah,
and
niggas
King.
be too comfortable.
Yeah, like who? My man, real quick, DY got in trouble one time. We was at the 40/40 club.
Not naming the names. They don't know who that.
His wife looked at a picture and looked at the way that they were sitting around the bench, and it was me, Sue, another girl, and him.
D, you can stop with the names. Hello?
But she could not see the other girl's hand, so she's asking him, like, where is your hand at? Like, his hand was, like, around her, but, like, near her leg. So her question was, where's your hand? Like, and that was just mad funny to me. Like, damn, how did she zoom into the picture to see where your miscellaneous left hand went to?
Listen, I don't play that. Listen, man. Listen, I remember Cam said about him and Juju. He said, dudes not allowed to put their arms around you in photos, right? That's what Cam said about Juju, right? And how I feel, I personally feel like there's a hug is cool, right? But doing mad much inside the hug, I don't give a fuck if that's your mother. If that's your father, I don't care who it is. If it's the opposite sex, I don't play that, man.
So your girl's father can't kiss her on the mouth?
So I thought I thought I was weird.
Let's go, D.
And traveled, you know what I'm saying, and was introduced, not just traveling, but just understanding people, right? So culturally, like when I go to certain countries, you know, I have Italian
slight flex.
Like I go to have Italian friends. Went to Italy for like almost 3 weeks, right? Met people's families.
Oh, and you got money. You got money.
Whatever. Understanding, like, you know, I went with the apprehensiveness because I talked about to I forgot who was speaking when she was. I think it was Storm, maybe. Don't quote me, Storm. But talking about if it was underlying sexual thoughts that you were thinking. You know, have Americans over sexualized intimacy, and not just sexual intimacy, just intimacy, period. And so when I went to these other countries, especially, you know, Italy, like I was greeted with kisses on the cheeks. You know, some even tried to kiss me on the lips. And I had to understand, like, I was all defensive. Like, wait, what are you doing? This is an invasion of my privacy. What is happening here? But I had to take a step back and understand, like, my perspective was based off of my beliefs and what I was seeing, but who I am as a person. Like, I've always been a hugger. I've always been a mad person who likes affection. That's just me. And so when I went to and visited other cultures, and I see that this is a normal, genuine greeting from these people. This is how these people interact. Honestly, for me, I sometimes thought, am I in the wrong country? Am I in the wrong culture? Because this is normal. It feels normal. It feels natural to me. But then here, you know, and in certain pockets, I have to be more reserved. I have to clench it. I have to, you know, do all those things, which, again, as Dee was saying, with my real friends, I don't have a problem with that because they're genuine and they understand that I'm coming from a genuine space. Hey. I don't do that to everybody, though. You know, and it's okay to check people who do that and you don't feel
comfortable with that, because I have some friends who have mates that are not comfortable with, that type of
Energy.
intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like, they've made me aware of it, and they come to me and they're like, Elise, I know you want to hug me. And I'm like, I do. And I'm like, yeah, I do want to hug you, but I understand your boundaries and I respect that. And I still get the same energy in a smile and in a handshake and in a dap up as I do if I would have given them a full hug, because I do respect and understand their boundaries.
So Luna, real quick, right? Do you have a nail on your pinky toe?
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, Broadway?
Yeah.
Yo, you got all the ones in here now. I'm ready for this topic.
I'm just asking. Do you have a nail on your pinky toe?
Yes, Broadway. I have a nail on my pinky toe.
I don't believe you. I think you need to PTR your pinky toe so we can see if you actually have a nail on it, or do you get acrylic put on your? Do you get acrylic
How
put
would you
on your
even
pinky
tell if I
toe?
put a picture? Now you just want to not believe me for the sake of not believing me, because you want to fit your bias.
And you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Hello, everything you just said. I'm just making an argument. Hello, Storm. No, listen, guys. Let's walk into Final Thoughts. Live on Broadway podcast. We've been a few places. We've been all over the world, and a lot of dope POVs was made tonight. Final Thoughts. Let me give it to Marcy first, Queen. Marcy, tap in with me, Queen. Final thoughts. We spoke about Blac Chyna, Angela Renee White, Rob Kardashian, Tiger, OnlyFans. She made 20 million. D says she got 230 or something million. He got some type of obscene number of money. And there's always these rebrands. But the question was for Blac Chyna, is Blac Chyna adding change to her rebrand or change to her pocket? And then we segued and start talking about should there be boundaries between the interaction with your friend's significant other? You know what?
On the first, I'll say to her pocket. It's obviously to her pocket right there. I'm not going to do anything for her. Come on now. And on the other one, I believe that boundaries start with you and you having self-respect and self-love. So if you do that, you're going to expect that from everybody else.
Boundaries start with you.
20 million a month, Broadway, not 20 million flat. 20 million a month, brother.
Crazy. Love what Marcy said. Boundaries start with you. Tap in with me. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Marcy. D, tap in. Final thoughts. Final thoughts
is it gets greater later, is my saying all the time. So whether she did it early or later, and whether she did it for the bag or she did it.
I forgot a whole topic, Allison.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm like,
how we get to final thoughts, Allison?
You tried to let him off the hook too. You didn't even do the part.
Is your replacement in your friend circle? Hello,
that's what we was getting to. I thought you was trying to end the night early or something.
How I skipped the whole goddamn it, Allison, you fired,
Allison
man.
wasn't on her job, exactly.
Yo, Allison is always Allison fault, man. Ease up, selector. Wheel up, selector. Topic of discussion. Is your replacement in your friend circle? We ain't going nowhere. Hello, we still on Live on Broadway podcast time. Is your replacement in your friend circle? How I missed that?
I mean, we can segue into that because, yeah. Carry on.
No, since your mic is open, since your mouth is open, hello?
And Broadway, notice how I got my hand on Allison's shoulder. Not too much on me and Allison. Like, I had to put a little, see what I'm saying?
Oh.
Anyway.
Wake it up. Yeah. No, I see in Allison PTR.
Not too close, not too close. Like, just over here.
PTR, Allison. That's a dope PTR.
Yeah, you act like you didn't have a girl. That's what you was doing.
Hey, no, I'll be keeping my hands to myself. Why is
that?
I'll be keeping my hands to myself. Anyway, Allison, is your replacement in your friend circle. Like if your man, let me dumb it down, make it plain for those that don't understand. If your man had a chance to see any one of your friends, is there anybody that your man would choose that you believe over you? Hello, I know how to make some. God, I know how to podcast. I know how to spin some. God damn it! Now answer my question. Is there anybody in your friend circle that your man would choose before you? Wake it up.
No, because if he did, he would have had them already. But he has me.
That's why we never met him yet, y'all. That's exactly why she keep him on stash.
The men never met her man. The women never. Hey, Allison, listen. We going if you calling the Rose your man, just say that. Hello, Alice D.
You would never know that.
D. Is just significant. Easy over Allison. She gonna kill.
So listen. So I give you. Let's just go with the scenario. My significant other. Let me think of my friend zone right now. Who do I think that she would like, and that's available? Nah. Because I don't, it's not too much.
Nah, you adding available. We ain't asking if they're available. We asking.
I'm giving you my synopsis.
My synopsis.
Listen, I got married on already, so don't bring the trauma back, okay? I'm trying to get over something. That almost 10 years ago this happened, you know.
So watch this. Watch this. Hey, Dr. B.
Hey, DWI, what's up, Broadway? Allison, been a while.
Easier for everybody else. Easier for everybody else.
The first two was fine.
Right. I see you came in the room. You resting in all your feminine energy we feel it. You get what I'm saying? So the question is, if you have a man, is there anybody in your social circle, in your immediate friend group, that you believe your man would choose over you?
I love being around beautiful women, beautifully, spiritually sound women. But replacing me with one of my friends, I don't really see that.
That female ego kicking in.
I don't see that. I really don't. But here's the other deal: is that me and my friends have been friends for so long. That would be such like a major, like girl code break. It's like.
So let me add a concession.
Right.
So say your significant other did not know that you guys were friends, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying that wrong. So say your significant other actually had a chance outside of you. Y'all not together, but you know him. You get what I'm saying? Do you think there's anybody that he would choose to be with outside of you?
That seems a little bit more plausible, but then, me and my friends group, like, we're really cool. Like we talk about, first of all, most of my friends are married. So let me just say that. So I don't really have too many single friends, but I also don't really hang around women who like don't operate on serious girl code. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if I know like one of my friends used to talk to somebody, they could be married and moved on. I'm still not interested. Like there's too many men in the world to potentially break up a friendship for the sake of some penis. Like that's how I roll. But
that's easily said until your girlfriend find out he's a tripod. Hello? We're gonna move I just went over your head. But anyway, Remo, tap in with me, Remo. Is there anybody in your social circle, your immediate friend group, that you believe your significant other would choose over you?
Nah, because I'm keeping a buck. Like I really don't be bringing women, my significant others to my peeps. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just built that way. You know what I'm saying? Even if that was the case, I would hope not. But like I said, once again, we in 2023, so all rules apply. All rules don't apply. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
So, you know what I mean? I mean, you can't really control it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds good to put like control on it or a boundary on it, but it is what it is. People gonna do what they do. Sexual liberation is the brand new currency. So fuck it. It is what it is.
Hey,
I mean, sorry. It is what it is.
Freeze frame right there, because I'm tired. Who comes up with these words that make it a new thing? Because first it was narcissism, then it was gaslighting, right? And now it's what you just said, the new currency. What you said?
Oh yeah, nah, sexual liberation. That's the new currency, son. Like, I'm just
Yo,
keeping it a buck, yo.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
just keeping it.
I'm rolling. I know what you're saying, but I'm just
Bro,
who's coming up with
bro,
this stuff?
bro, you from H, you from Harlem, son. Like, come on, B. Walk up down Lennox, son. Like, yo, come on, B. Like, that just is what it is, son. Nigga, everybody in Harlem done either dated, they managed people, or the women dated
Everybody is
they homegirls,
everybody's
kissing,
what you call them, cousins?
kissing cousins. Like, come
Kissing
on, B.
cousins. It is another one too. Irish cousins or something like that. Irish brothers or whatever you call that. Benoit, don't listen. You came up here. You was modded. You was sitting there too. Y'all think you and Dr. B came up here around the same time? Benoit, hello.
Hello, Broadway. Hello, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening, Queen. Good evening.
Salutations.
Salutations to you, Queen. Now, are you standing or sitting, Benoit?
I'm sitting.
Okay. Something tells me I feel like you're sitting and you got tea in your right hand and your legs is crossed. And anyway, you probably got a couch throw on top of you, resting. You just feel mad comfortable. Pause. That sounds crazy. Anyway, the question that I'm asking you, Benny, is simply, is there anybody that you feel, if your significant other didn't know you, and y'all wasn't an item, let me remix it a little bit, that he would pick or choose outside of you?
I can think of one friend that, like, let's say we were both at brunch or something, that he would probably consider between the two of us who he would want to talk to.
Wake that up.
It's the honesty for me. Everybody else is capping. I think y'all know that y'all probably not the one, and that there's somebody else in your friend circle that your significant other might choose over you.
You just like trouble.
I'm just saying.
Was that Benoit that just spoke?
Yes.
Oh man, I've been waiting all night for that. God damn it! I gotta listen to the podcast over.
I'm just saying, like sometimes you get with somebody, and I like that answer, Benny. Sometimes you get with somebody and you choose the wrong friend. Hello. No. You like Sirio D. You never got with somebody and realized after being around their friends, like, damn, I picked the wrong one.
Damn,
I picked the wrong one. Ladies, you never. Come on.
Can I keep it a buck?
Keep it two.
So, my first love, I was with him for 9 years, right? His friend became my best friend, and everything was always platonic. But my friend died. And after I really see these two people played out, I've always said, I met them both at a cookout. I met one on one block and one on the next block. It was a block party, right? Then they both, but one.
That must have been a hell of a walkthrough, huh?
No. It was a big block party.
Oh, it was big. It was a big block party. Okay.
It was big.
I'm listening to all these disclaimers before she get to the messy. Go ahead, Queen.
No. The thing is not messy.
He died. How you put death on him? Anyway, go ahead.
No. He really did die. But he was a friend of mine. But I always thought back, years, like, I wonder if Skeet was the one that I should have met, because they both tried to holler. I just like, right?
I'm everybody's type. Where's
right?
that drop at?
Now, let's be clear. Like, nothing ever went sideways. But afterwards, I really, assessed their personalities. I really assessed. I don't want to offend anyone.
So this is the reverse.
Assess.
This is the reverse. She said.
No, but you said.
Interesting.
You said to be honest. I'm just being honest. After I look back on the situation, I'm just like, I wonder if it was Skeet, because I don't like Jay, like, as a person now. And if I would have known
Jay just
him,
came in the room, Jay.
Wow. This is the Jay we talking about?
No.
Whoa! Yo, Jay.
Yo, what's up?
They talking about Storm talking about you, Jay. Be honest, Jay. It was you.
I am not talking about him.
It's all yo. You light skinned dudes be getting away with murder, yo.
You know?
No, let me stop. No, I'm rolling with you, Storm. But this is a very interesting story, right? Because, and thank you for your candidness. The story that you just put out there is a very interesting way of looking at it, where you got with somebody, you look at their friend, and even though you're happy with, you're content with who you chose, you sitting in the back of your head, you're thinking about, damn, I should have got with the other one, because we had a conversation about this on episode 207, and it was called The Switch. But I'm not going to go all the way back to season 2. Excuse me. But that's very interesting.
You got a cue card over there? Like, you just pick that number out? Or
I remember the episode. I remember some episodes.
Allison, give me the file on that.
So first of all, it wasn't while I was with him that I thought that. It was like years after. So don't do that to me. But I always noticed that my character and this guy's character, like we were like always. Like we liked the same things. We always had the same opinion. He would stand on my side always. And he was solid. But when he passed and I wasn't with Jay, I always wonder like, damn, I love Jay.
That's cap.
But I wonder, you be quiet. It's not cap.
Stop the cap.
You be quiet.
So somewhere in the back of your head, did you ever dream about Jay? Did you ever have sex with your significant other and then think?
Okay, Jay was my boyfriend, so yeah, I dreamed about him all the time.
I mean, not Jay. The new dude, the other dude, his friend.
No. I never dream about him. Never look for him that way. But I always, in my head, said, I got along better with him. Maybe it should have been him. But whatever happened is what happened. But you asked the question, and that's one situation that I was like, you know what? I wonder if things would have been different. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Good night, Storm. Hello, DWI. You guys. Good night.
You're not gonna do me that.
Good night. She come on the mic talking good night. I'm never gonna let you live that down, Storm. I love when you do it though. Never stop doing it, by the way. So D, have you no easy on D. Thotty, have you ever been in a situation, King, where you look at let's just use Storm's last situation. Well, not last, but one of her situations where you chose a woman, but then you get around the friends and then y'all start thinking, hey, did I choose wrong? Would this situation had worked or been more fruitful if I would have chose the other person, her friend? Thotty, hello?
All the time.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, I'm not doing this. Not tonight. Not tonight. He said all the time. Y'all choosing violence. Marcy, me.
No, I'm happy. I'm gonna be content with who I got. It's almost like if you got yourself a Honda. If I got myself a Honda, but I see a Mercedes next to me, I'm gonna be happy for my friend that got the Mercedes, but I'm gonna be happy with my Honda, and eventually we're gonna have that Mercedes. But I'm content with what I have. However, if things didn't work out between us, then I'd be glad if he stayed in my circle and with one of my friends respectfully. And because, obviously he's not with me, so I have to, if I loved him once, I'm going to always love him. So I would be okay with that.
Oh, Alice, DWI asked you a question, Marcy.
Are you a settler or a traveler?
A settler or a traveler? Oh.
Yeah, you said I must be content with what I got, and that just sounds like you settling. Like you could have did better. How the other one wasn't who you were supposed to be with? I'm just being toxic right now. I'm just throwing it out.
Well,
good answer.
I can always wonder, but then I will never be content with what I have.
Define
so I'm going to be content with what I have and not wonder. Because I'm not going to wonder all the time. I'm going to be happy and make a life of where I am and what I have. Not the wonders are kind of like dreams, they're dreams, but It's not, it's not a toy. It's not anything. He's a person. He's a man. He has feelings.
Yeah.
And there's a family behind him too, just as well as with me. So I'm going to be happy and content and make a life with him with what we have.
Got you. I got you.
So put the thumbs down.
So
and she said he's a man. He got feelings. I like.
So yeah. Hey, listen. She cares about his feelings. I think we should have design a new segment on the pod where how you just said define content, and we throw it to Benoit, and Benoit reads off the definition of consent by way of what she knows it to be. So Benoit, we come to you. What does consent mean? Content mean, Benoit? Hello?
Content means to be satisfied.
Settle.
I like throwing it to Benoit and make Benoit our resident. I'll give her residency on LOBP as the dictionary, because she can give pushback. Like when you read a definition and it says, what does absolute mean? And then it goes to absolute. And then Benoit could give pushback and be like, hey, no, this is actually what it means, and give a little bit of resistance and put people in their place as to what definitions, what words and the meanings actually mean.
In the context that you used it in.
Yeah. Benoit, what you think about that, Queen? Hello?
That sounds great. And, the young lady said it sounds good, but...
Is it problematic? Benoit, sounds problematic.
You only have one life to live. Go for the gusto.
Move around.
Listen, one day... One day, I'm going to do a podcast and Benoit is going to be the only guest. She's going to be the only one on stage because I have a million questions I've been dying to ask Benoit since I met her. I've been writing it down. I got like a loose sleeve notebook, and it's called the Benoit book. And I got mad questions
The book of Benoit.
The book of Benoit. And I got mad questions I want to ask her, but I can never really get to ask her the questions because she sits cute on mute, and then she be making these she be having these poignant POVs, and it'd be like, you know what? Just hell with the questions, because
and her blockers be in here, Allison and Kennedy and Trillion.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't But anyway, one day we're gonna do the podcast in a new event space, and it's gonna be just me and Benoit on the couch. And I'm very interested to pick Benoit's brain because she has a beautiful mind, and I'm very interested to understand how it works, especially with me, because Benoit she could become toxic, but then there's a certain decorum. Benoit, what does decorum mean, Benoit?
You were crazy. It's about keeping up with tastefully good behavior.
I love it. So listen, guys, final thoughts on LOBP. Hey, we got in the final thoughts. Wake that up. Live on Broadway podcast, the real final thoughts. Let's tap in and talk about it. Take it away, Allison.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you guys. I know I wasn't here last week, but I really appreciate the thoughts and the prayers from everyone. It meant a lot to me. It was very difficult, but I made it through. So thank you very much for that, genuinely from the bottom of my heart. For final thoughts, there's a lot I could say. I am going to focus on the Blac Chyna situation. Angela White. I feel like she's making a necessary change, and I really hope that it works out for her. Speaking out and being her genuine, authentic self, it might teach her mother to actually grow up and be mature. And that's it.
Thank you for that. I'm going to reiterate the questions one more time that we spoke about this evening. You guys could do exactly what Allison did. You can focus on one, or you could just, give a brief blurb on all three. We spoke about Blac Chyna, and we pretty much asked, is Blac Chyna adding change to her rebrand or change to her pocket? We spoke about boundaries. Should there be boundaries when interacting with your friend's significant other? And that segued us into the place of, is your replacement in your friend circle? Tap in with us, Live on Broadway podcast.
All right, so I think Blac Chyna is cleaning her money, and to get 240 million off of OnlyFans, you got to clean that up. So you got to go to the church and be like, nah, I don't do that no more. So that's that. The friends and hug zones, like I think in my mature space now that I don't want nobody too much close to anybody that I'm close to now, because I see how good that was being a good friend back in the days. He took her right from under me. So, ain't no fun that the homies can have none. And what was the last one?
Is your replacement in your friend circle?
Oh, yeah, my friend circle is pretty slim right now. So I keep a watchful eyes on my new lady and my friends. I don't trust nobody.
Heavy on a new lady. I like the way that sounds. Hello. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tap in with us. Benny, final thoughts on you, Queen.
Ladies, these dudes take you for a joke. Like I said before, just get all that
we
you
just
can.
going to mute Benoit, Mike. I don't know what happened to Benoit, what happened?
Don't mute me. Ladies, these dudes take you for a joke. Save yourself. Good night.
Now save yourself. Yo, she always got these one-liners. Yo, will she write them down? Anyway, Dr. B, what's up, B?
Shout out to Benoit.
She's the best, worst person ever.
Exactly. I love it. I missed the majority of the conversation. And I came in on a hugging situation and the friends, and boundaries are important, especially if you're a woman, you're attractive. But I create boundaries even if I'm single. And I think that's important. So when my man comes along, there's nothing to correct because we have already established boundaries. So we already know what's good, regardless to what's happening in my love life. So ladies, don't be out here looking crazy with these men all up over you. If there's no relationship, I don't care if the friendship is really good, there still should be boundaries. So I'll conclude with that. And also love the change also in Blac Chyna. We're in a year 7, and in numerology, this is about getting closer to divine understanding, and also a deeper rooted connection with yourself. So
oh boy, bro.
Hopefully these, hopefully this is a part,
They're all spiritual and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully this is a part of her evolution, and hopefully it continues. And I'm just curious to see where this goes for her. So those are my final thoughts. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
What I do love what you just said is something that I've always said, and I've always said where I don't wait until I'm in a relationship to make space for my significant other. You get what I'm saying? I do that when I'm moving around and I'm single. I'm making space for my significant other. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, easy off for that. It just that I just really love that you said that because it sounds good to actually hear someone echo that same sentiment that I be saying. So thank you for that. But Storm, one mic on you. Final thoughts, Queen. What up, though, Sean?
So regarding Blac Chyna, I think we all should just give her grace to see and watch her evolve. I don't know what her objectives are, but I appreciate her trying to make effort to correct whatever it is that she may have messed up in her
Broadway
life.
just told you what her objectives are. He just said that.
Broadway told you what he thought her objective is.
If Broadway said it, that's what it is.
That's
One mic on Storm.
Broadway, cut it out.
Yo, Storm.
So I feel like if she wants to make a move, let her make a move. Give her space to do so. When it comes to friends, like Dr. Brittany said, you should all have your boundaries, right? It's respectful. It's to make people comfortable, and it's also to present yourself as trustworthy.
Where my Shaquana drop at? Anybody seen that drop? I ain't see that drop in a long time.
Don't Shaquana drop me.
I can't find it.
Doja begged you to do women.
Yes, Allison. Thank you, Allison.
Anyway, President L, President. You got anything to say? Final thoughts, President? No,
I just been listening. I've been in and out.
You've been listening to these last crazy women say what they said, right? From Dr. B to Storm and Allison. You heard all
but
that?
I'm gonna just go ahead and say you gotta watch when you call women crazy because
hello.
And I agree with the women making sense.
Her mic has been muted. Hello. We gonna move the conversation. No, go ahead.
Broadway.
That's a ship. See, nah,
Oh
I
God.
appreciate. I think there should be boundaries. I think you need to. I think different relationships need to be kept in their space. I'm not here to judge nobody. I think that we're all humans. Ain't nobody been here before. I think putting any judgment on somebody trying to change their path of life because you have them in a space is incorrect. Um, there's this one kind of quote that I live by coming out of The Alchemist is that people who know you have the most judgment of you. They put you in a box because they're like, that's what I know you for. You can never be anything different. And if she wants to change up or do whatever it is that she's doing, I think I say more power to her.
Yo, D, remember when we was younger and we learned the new word, and then we went around everywhere and just start using that new word? It's like the same. It's the same
Not
thing.
too much on Ella. She went to school for this shit.
Yo.
Wait, what word is it? What word?
It's not. No, but it's not a word. It's the book, The Alchemy. You just read the book yesterday, and now you trying to come up here and quote scriptures from
Broadway. What I'm going to tell you is that the fact of the matter is, I also read it in Spanish, so we can go ahead and say that. But I do appreciate that book.
No, listen. I'm here to give everybody a tasteful, hard time to make you guys smile. Don't take nothing Broadway say too seriously, but make sure you don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. No, just messing around with you guys. Seriously, Marcy, did we go to you for final thoughts, Queen?
Not yet.
All right.
So, I would give it some time on the first answer because change is very hard to see, especially when you go to religion or because a lot of people like to use religion to escape a lot of things, but that time will tell. Time will tell on that one. I don't like to judge anyone.
I got you. Thank you for that.
Boundaries again start with us.
That's what she said.
And in my inner circle, yes, I'm a very confident person. So, if you want to go love somebody that I love too, then blessings to both of you. But I'll be good with that.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. And final thoughts on Broadway, but go ahead, D.
I was gonna ask if she was a chat GTP Android when I first heard her speak. I'm like, why is she speaking so concise? Like, and then the phone sounds a bad robotic. So I'm like, and then I see she's Latina. So then that probably is why I'm mixing it up, right? But anyway,
all right. So final thoughts on Broadway, right? I believe that okay. So Blac Chyna, I believe that we can judge Blac Chyna respectfully. The fuck, I mean, excuse my French, right? I believe that we can judge Blac Chyna. I believe that there's nothing wrong with. I think that's how we think and grow rich, right? Is being able to assess people's situations and say what you want and what you don't want for yourself, right? I think the same thing could be applied to me too, right? I'm not perfect, right? But ask me if I give a F. I really don't, right? And I'm pretty sure she feels the same, right? But when you open yourself up and subject yourself to the media, this is what comes along with it, right? Like this is what is accompanied with opening yourself up to that. So to Blac Chyna, I double down, triple down. Sometimes at the end of the pod, I walk things back based off of the conversation that's being held and had. But tonight, I'm doubling, tripling down on what I'm saying. I feel like this is a ploy for her pockets, and there's going to be some time in the near future. Maybe it's not going to be 6 months. It might be a year or two. Traditionally, she waits about maybe 16 to 24 months before she actually, something new pops up with her in the media. Excuse me. So I think that Blac Chyna, you could pull a wool over these sheep's eyes, but this giant, I see you coming from a mile away, Queen. You ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna get me. I feel like there's gonna and you ladies can band together and run with the empowering and champion her and I'm all for God. God is in the center of my life. Heavenly spiritual person. But I just call cap. I just respectfully I call it cap. You know what I mean? So for me, I think that she's not gonna. She got to wake up pretty early in the morning. You get what I'm saying? To put one over my eyes. Boundaries. Yes, I agree with what Marcy said. Boundaries start with us. Boundaries start with us. I believe that, sometimes the best thing to do when you're in a relationship is nothing. You get what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? I mean, if you don't know, don't do it. Perhaps have a conversation about it before certain things arise. And if things arise that you didn't have a conversation with prior to, see how your significant other acquiesce to the thing that's being done, male and female alike. You get me? I think that I really like what Dr. B said. It's important for us to move in spaces without the ball. Move without the ball, because how you move with the ball is a telltale to what you're gonna do when you get the ball, right? If you're not in a relationship and you outside and you doing certain things, you got the last four NIGGAs in your life, and the same thing with the BITCs in your life. If you're a dude, like, and you got these people in your life and you moving around and you saying, yeah, but I'm single. When you get a significant other, they're going to feel like you abandoned ship and you just abandoned those friendships, because you don't got to be having sex with the people that you keeping in your life that you once upon a time had sex with, right? But just the idea, in fact, that you kept them in your life when it's time, because eventually you're going to get into a relationship. Hopefully, if that's what you want in some time. When you do get into that relationship, they're going to be sitting around the people that you used to smash, that you ain't smashed in years. They're going to be looking at you like, yo, how you abandoned your friendship when you get into a relationship. Or you can keep them around, but see how your significant other is going to feel about you having people in your life that you once smashed. Or you cannot tell them, and then you can omit information. But either way, you up shit's creek without a paddle, excuse my vocabulary. You're in a peculiar situation, because now you're either not telling the truth or you're keeping friendships with people, or you're losing friendships, right? So I think it's just best to move without the ball. We're just going to summarize that and say it like that. Broadway, is my replacement and my friends for my significant other? You see me, I think at one point in time, yes. At one point in time, maybe there's been, I've dated women and oh, hell yeah, not even maybe. I remember my cousin took my girl when I was like 12. I remember this nigga came and he took my girl, right? And it was funny because she wasn't really my girl. You know what? I'm going to be quiet because the more I talk, the more it's going to come out. But we going to figure out that conversation a little bit later, because my girl, she be listening to the pod, and then I'll be having questions after the pod. So you're not going to get me. Hello?
She be waiting on the bed with a pad. Like, so you dropped a bottle of beer at 12.
Yeah.
You know you don't.
You know you don't fuck up, right? So but yeah, I just think that it's important to move without the ball, man. But for me, going back to the friends replacements in my friend circle, I think now at 42, and it's probably been like this for easily maybe the last 22 years, the last 20 years, excuse me. I've been the guy, right? I've been, out of the women that I'm attracted to, out of the women that I've had in my life, I've been the guy that's probably the creme de la creme of what they like. So even if they saw my friends, they wouldn't choose them unless they just, I don't know. I'll be having some ratchet ass niggas, some ratchet ass friends. So I don't know. But I'll be, I'm going to end this pod because this is going to go into a whole nother tangent. Live on Broadway podcast, episode 605? 605. Y'all know my vibe. Y'all know my body. Shout out to DWI Music. Shout out to Allison, President Ella. I give him a hard time. Shout out to Dr. B. I love y'all though. Y'all got to know I love y'all because I poke fun at you. If you come up here and I don't poke fun at you like LaToya, then you know I don't love you. I'm easy off LaToya. Latoya, I get with you later, baby girl. Shout out to Sean, Benoit, you know the vibes, big vibes, big vibes. Shout out to Marcy, I appreciate you being up here. Shout out to Tarika, y'all know the vibes. Shout out to everybody on every platform tonight. Make sure you tap in with us. Vanilla Skies event spaces coming soon. It's looking marvelous in there. I promise you, when we do the... Man, listen, let me just say this to you guys, right? Real candid, off mic, well, on mic. Man, look, we're getting so much business and we haven't even opened up yet. Wake that one all the way up. We getting so much business. We haven't even, yo, bro, we haven't even opened up yet. Like officially opened up, and we getting so much business. So I appreciate all everybody tapping in with what we doing on the event space side. Vanilla Skies event spaces, tap in with us. I have more information for you guys very soon. So yeah. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know my vibe and y'all know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pool! Clear!
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? With spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.